What's up, everyone? It's Remy from the Life of a Song blog, back at it again. We're gonna be wrapping up this week. Probably gonna be stretching out this song, to like kind of continue it out, and then maybe let's see, probably doing lyrics. We're probably gonna be doing some vocals and mixing the vocals, learning how to like do a good job at that, making them sit in the mix and like sound nice and all that. So it's gonna be a pretty fun wrap up. We're gonna have our own song at the end, and it's gonna be pretty cool. So first things first, I'm probably gonna select everything here and hit Command R and just copy and paste that another time. And then while we record the vocals, we'll cut out more of these like little spaces that we made to kind of give the song more uniqueness, so it doesn't just sound like it's being repeated over and over. And so what I like to do when I'm writing lyrics is, let's get rid of that. What I like to do when I'm writing lyrics is just write them in Logic. Like, I don't like to open up a separate notepad or like a songwriting tab, or I used to write them down with pencil and paper, but like I started making a lot of mistakes or changing things up, and it gets real messy, and my handwriting isn't that great, and if I always have my laptop with me, I might not carry that notebook around with me everywhere, so it's easier for me to just write them right here, and then I can like record in Logic and kind of like read them as I go if I don't have them memorized or anything like that, or like I'll always have the lyrics for each song within the project. It's very convenient. So just hit Option Command P and you open up this notepad, and you can just write right in here, just everything right off the bat. So first things first is we're going to listen to the song so far, the first part where we're going to have to write lyrics, and then we're going to see what kind of fits in there. In the writings on the bottom, blog project. Now I'm writing song about the blog project. Alright, yeah, I'm feeling that. So we're probably going to write in here is something like, let's see, coming from the blog, based out of Texas State, make a blog project. And there you go, Grammy Award winning lyrics. This is just temporary lyrics. Yeah, I mean, obviously if you spend more time writing stuff, it's going to be better and better, and this is just kind of for right now, so we can have something to edit, right? It's not going to be great, but it's going to be in there, right? So what I plan to do is kind of have this first part here just be music. Yo, what's up? I've been going outside. I feel like maybe we can bring the words in at this first pause, or bring the first words in here, right? So a good flow for this would be blog project, and we going off like okay, so what we're probably gonna put in here is something like working really hard, working on computers. Making a song can take really long. Making a song can take really long, but when it's .com, making a song, and then we always go back and we test it. Let's try it for me. Yeah, making a song can take really long when it's on it's thebomb.com and you want it. All right. So got some more temporary lyrics. I feel like these will fit in there pretty well. So let's see what that sounds like from the beginning. And it's nice to like, it's always a good idea to just keep testing out everything you keep recording to make sure that it's always, that it all makes sense, right? Based out of Texas State, make a blog project. All my music's great, make a blog project. Making a song can take really long when it's on it's thebomb.com and you want to have good takes. Those 808 bass make your speakers break and you're waiting. And sometimes I like to think of like words that rhyme with like what I just ended with. So CPU could end with redo, right? We do it all in one. And it's probably going to be evidenced here that it's not going to be all in one. Probably going to have to do it a few times, but that's okay. I know it's not my actual domain, but hey, maybe one day it'll be, and that could be right. I know we're saying .com twice too, but honestly, like, we're just trying to get through this song real quick. So now we got that, and let's see what that's gonna be like. And I guess as like an outro, we can have like just this. Oops, my bad. Command R, and we can have just this playing, and maybe the 808. Control C on that one because we want to get one that's not split up. Control V. Alright, cool. Alright, so we're going to make this go away real quick, the notepad, so that we can see again. Same way you bring it up, Option Command P. Then we're going to want to hit Z, sorry, and zoom out. So we can grab this guy. And this is going to be the end of your song. And we're going to put it like right around here because we still want to hear kind of the reverb of the last note. Okay, I think up until like 30. 30 should be fine. All right, we can end the song there. So it's going to be a real short thing, you know. Everyone else is welcome to make theirs as long as they feel like they need to. You can add hooks, add verses. For right now, I just want to add some vocals to it so that way we can edit those and practice with that, right? So what we're going to do is click here at the bottom and we're going to hit Option Command A. And that's going to make us an audio track, right? Now, this is where it's going to be a little bit different for everyone, but my input on my microphone happens to be input 2. And now you can see like the input starting because that's just how I have everything set up with my interface. My microphone's plugged into like, it's kind of like weird because I'm converting the signal to mono. And so I'm not recording in stereo technically, but in Logic, I'm like reverting it back to a stereo signal. So it gets a little confusing there where I have to put it through input 2. I can't really even explain it myself, but that's just how it is. So if I had tried to record on input 1, nothing would have happened because I have my microphone plugged into like the left mono input, you know, but I'm having Logic convert everything back to stereo, which it kind of automatically does. So it's not too much I have to worry about. On some other DAWs, I think I remember that some of them you have to set that up yourself, so it depends which one you're using, but Logic does it automatically for me, so that's pretty great. All I have to do is make sure I'm on the right input. A good way to do that is you make sure you have everything plugged in. Make sure when you hit Command comma and you navigate to the audio tab, your input device is the microphone you're using, right, or the interface you're using to plug in your microphone, and then just kind of, you know, work your way through all the inputs until you see like activity down here. You know, now that I switched the input, there's no more activity. And so then, of course, that's how I found out that it's on input 2 that I'm going to be recording on. So that would be probably a quick way to figure that out. So now that I've got that set up, what I might want to do is I might want to add some ad-libs. I did make some room in there for ad-libs. And so what I'm probably going to do is add maybe 2 more of these, right? And make the top one up here a, let's see, track stack, right? And make it a summing stack. And let's hit create. Okay, now it's a summing stack, and we're going to add the audio 2 underneath it, and we're going to call this here just vocals, right? And I don't really like this picture, so we right click it and we can make it a microphone, and now it's vocals. And so we have these 2 other, you know, vocal tracks underneath. Let's make sure it's 1 then 2, just for sake of continuity, and 3. All right, so we got 3 is not even in the stack. I'm very sorry about that. Okay, there we go. And you can tell everything's in the stack is when you close it, it'll just be vocals. And this will help keep everything a lot more cleaner because I'm probably going to use, you know, all 3 of these here, right? And so this would be like, you know, 4 extra tracks here that would be taking up a lot of space where I could just collapse them all into one later. And I can also apply most of my effects just on this top track, and it'll be applied to all of the audios in underneath, and I won't have to, you know, be applying effects to each individual track. So it's a lot more convenient doing it like this. So we've got the vocals track already and set up. And so we're going to go down. We're going to select this first one where we're going to be recording our first kind of line in. We're going to hit Option Command P, bring that back up. Click over here, hit Z to make sure we're all zoomed where we want to be. And hit Enter, start this at the beginning. And then we can go ahead and hit record or press R on the keyboard. So let's try a take real quick and let's see how it goes. Based out of Texas State, make a blog project. All my music's great, it's a blog project. All right, we can stop it right there because we're not going to be talking again until we're over here. So we can continue to record once we're over here. Making a song can take really long when it's on. It's thebomb.com. When you want to have good takes, those 808s to make your speakers break. And when you can't wait to sit down at the CPU, never hit redo, we do it all in one. We are number one. Lifeofasong.com, where it's on all the time, and the rhymes are never poor. In your education source, and you'll never be bored, cause it's also interesting. Alright, really vibing with that. So we're just gonna drag this over here to where it's stopped pretty much, because we don't want all that extra space, and we can drag this up to where it starts. Maybe back, I don't know why it's doing that. And you know, to be precise, we kind of started it right around there, right? And we can just hit Command T and then get rid of that there, right? And that should be fine. Making a song can take really long when it's on. It's thebomb.com. You want to have good takes, those 808s to make your speakers break. And when you can't wait to sit down at the CPU, never hit redo, we do it all in one. We are number one. Lifeofasong.com, where it's on all the time, the rhymes are never poor. In your education source, you never be bored, it's also interesting. Alright, so as you can tell, it came out kind of quiet just because I have my levels set to, you know, be recording this voiceover. Not really. I'm recording two things at once here and it's getting kind of weird, but it's kind of quiet, but we'll be able to fix that in post. That sounds like it's okay. So now what we're going to do is just add some ad libs down here on audio 2 and 3. So let's click on that, make sure we have input 2 selected. That's kind of just for me. I'm going to go ahead and do that for audio 3 too as well. Alright, but we're going to be on this one here. So we can hit record here and just add some ad libs. I'm going to be repeating blog project, so we can emphasize that here at this first take. And then over here on this one, I'll just take probably the ends at like the words that rhyme and repeat those. So let's see how that goes. Based out of Texas State, make a blog project, blog project. All my music's great, it's a blog project, blog project. Alright, so we got that, and we're probably going to do it. You know what, for sake of time, I'm just going to hold Option and copy this over here to here. We could do another take here, but we can probably achieve the same effect and have it be more perfect like this. And then we kind of move this and hold Command while we do, and make sure we move it over to like there. We only want to offset it like just a little so it doesn't sound like exactly the same. I just wish I could see what I'm doing. Okay, 40, 50 milliseconds, probably all right. And then we're going to want to pan this one to the left and pan this one here to the right. And then we've got this kind of thing going on. Based out of Texas State, make a blog project, blog project. All my music's great, it's a blog project, blog project. Alright, so then these two here, we can hold shift, select both of them, and we can just kind of turn them down a little bit. We don't want them on too much. We can listen to the ad libs we got going on over here. Making a song can take really long when it's on. It's thebomb.com. When you want to have good takes, those 808s to make your speakers break. And when you can't wait to sit. Alright, so that's pretty much good. We're going to want to do to sit down. Oops, is go right here. And actually just select this. We can make the lyrics go away at this point. So we can just select this track, double click it so it pops up down here, right? And then go to functions and then remove silence, right? And so that way we can have only the little parts where we talk. And then, I mean, the automatic should be fine for it. This is just the ad lib, it's not that important. So we can hit OK. And what this is going to do is just break that track here into only the parts where I'm singing, right? So that way all that silence in between we don't hear. Oops, already had that selected. Then we're going to do the same thing for the other one. Hit OK. And hit E to make that go away. And you can see we have the ad libs all cut up. And that'll do just nicely. Here we can hit Command T and delete that little extra space there. And that should, and do it at the end here too. Select right around there. Command T, delete, make that go away. All right. And hit Z, zoom out, enter to the beginning. And so, oops. And so we've got this kind of thing going on, and that's pretty good for the vocals. And we'll be focusing on mixing and mastering everything later on. So yeah, thanks.